South Korea's first indigenous supersonic jet fighter took a successful flight in July 19, 2022. It's named KF-21 and is a culmination of South Korea's 22-year effort to build its own next-generation combat aircraft. It's developed by KAI, Korea Aerospace Industries, and the company says the aircraft will reach production status in 2026 after 2,200 flight tests. KF-21 bears a resemblance to the American F-22 Raptor, but it is not a full 5th generation fighter because it lacks anti-radar stealth features. However, it's expected that the company will upgrade the aircraft's status to 5th generation jet fighter when it introduces an internal weapon bay in Block 3 version of KF-21. KF-21 means a lot to Koreans. First, South Korea has its own multi-role fighter jet platform by now. It means Koreans can add any features to it and improve any parts at any time they want. Given the technological progress South Korea has made so far, it won't be that much long before it comes up with the high-end combat aircrafts armored with the most advanced technologies. Second, as for the manufacturer Korea Aerospace Industries, KF-21 means completion of its product line of jet fighters. KAI took the bottom-up strategy of developing combat aircrafts to minimize failure risks, avoiding the enormous costs and lengthy processes inherent in developing high-end jet fighters from scratch. The company started from developing T-50 supersonic trainers and later added F-50 lightweight jet fighters to its product line. Now, with the new KF-21, it has completed its cost-effective lineup of supersonic jet fighters, from trainers to 4.5 generation combat aircrafts. Newly added product line of KF-21 will boost the company's competitiveness in the world market and increase the sales of the company. Third, KF-21 will considerably increase South Korea's name value in global defense industry. South Korea is one of the most trade-focused countries in the world. It is the world's 7th largest exporter of goods, and export accounts for approximately 40% of South Korea's gross domestic product. South Korea exports semiconductors, smartphones, chemicals, steel, cars, and ships. Recently, South Korea has emerged as the world's major arms exporter, securing contracts from India, the Philippines, Norway, Finland, Poland, Australia, and Egypt. Massive arms deals highlight South Korea's growing defense industry. Its export would definitely go one step further with KF-21, the culmination of decades of scientific research and breakthroughs South Korea has made. Lastly, successful development of KF-21 is a strong indicator that the US supports South Korea as one of its key partners in its efforts to reshape the supply chain of defense equipment. Cost-effective South Korean weapon systems are always the best choice for US allies, which can't afford high-end ones. They can fortify their defense against aggressive and totalitarian states with modern and affordable South Korean military equipment, and the US hopes it'll lead to the purchase of compatible high-end US weapon systems in the future.